And we are back. Baldur's Gate 3. Here in the Warg Pens, where we left off. So we killed all the goblin leaders, freed Halsin. Now we just gotta basically head back to the Grove, talk to him, wrap up that little first section of story, and then we got some other stuff. We got Karlach's Paladin stuff to deal with. We've got... what else? There's the Githyanki that are around there. There's the swamp. There's some stuff there we haven't touched on yet. And then we go underground. That's the idea. So, from here, we need to go back to the Grove, as I was saying. Now we're getting to the point where we can potentially start romancing. Oh, yeah. And as I mentioned in the last video from last week, put up a poll saying, hey, who is Terry going to romance? And as I checked right before recording, and I'm going to insert a little image of this here in a second, with over 120,000 votes, you guys really turned out for this one. Shadowheart is the overwhelming favorite to be our boo, if you will, here in the Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, so let's come on up this ladder. We're going to talk to Zevlor up here before we talk to Halsin. Or actually, no. I want to talk to Halsin first. Oh, we can't jump down because our team is coming with us. Okay. Let's do this way. Halsin.
If we get separated or need to bring...
A scout just reported. The goblins'
we're
leadership
talking
has
to
been
Zevlor.
decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
I'm not going to keep your say keep your coin. We are going to keep it. Thank you.
It's not enough, but it's all we have.
It's quite a day for reunions. Halsin has returned, too, and I expect he'll want to speak with you. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Okay, Halsin.
With the leadership dead, no attack will be mounted on the Grove. I am in your debt, my friend. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
Okay. Well, Kaga is dead. She was swayed by shadow druids. I had no choice.
Korga. Poor child. The Grove will be a dimmer place without her potential. But you are right. You had no choice. I failed her long before you arrived. The shadows could not have tempted her if I had taught her as I should have. But the Grove still stands even if she does not. Thanks to you.
Okay. What happens next?
The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Okay. So now, we need to go talk to Wrath. So we're going to come over and use the lift to do so instead of running all around and then back down here. So as soon as we can get everyone in place on said lift, hopefully we won't have people fall off. That's been a problem before. Okay. So far, so good. Alright, Wrath will be in here. And he'll have some nice loots for us. Not like crazy good, but you know. decent. All right, Wrath. There you are. Come have a little chit-chat.
You done it. You brought Halcyon back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanus bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
It was full of, or it was hell full of blood and ash.
To be expected. I'm glad you survived intact. Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
All right. Rewarded for our wonderful efforts. We just gotta come over here. Basically where we talked to Nettie. And then there was the drow here and all that other... Oh, there is the drow there. Alright, so there's an empty socket over here. We just need to insert an item. Here is the rune. We insert it. Boom. And then we just activate them. Wolf, the eagle, the bear, and the elk. Alright, so down here, and let's get our loot.
Let's have a look.
This little, little book, little trunk. Alright, potion of greater healing, lightning resistance. Gale, you can have that just in case. Featherfall, I'll take that. Animal speaking, I'll take that as well. Now, as far as our potions go, Gale does not have one of the greater healings, so we'll give that to him. And then Shadowheart, just to basically keep her alive, to heal us. Otherwise, everyone's got 12, 12, 13, so let's... Nope, did not mean to give 7 of those. I'll take 6, because I just wanted to get to 1. And then lae'zel will get 1. Excellent. And Gale. Oh. And a Gale. There we go. 14. Alright. We got poison resist. Gale, you can have that. Toxins, I'll take that. Toxin, take that. Antidote. Shadowheart, you can keep it. All of these. Dimension Door, Magic Weapon, Phantasmal Killer, Gale. Otherwise, there's a little book here, Secrets, Societies, so the Harpers, Shadow Druids, or Order of Clade, Dark Justiciars, which we're going to learn more about later. That is very accurate. And then there is Sorrow right here, which to show is a little 1d10 glaive if we were to use it. No one really has anything that's gonna work with that particular weapon. Little druid note. They won't send help, blah blah blah. Little trunk. Robe of Summer. Grants resistance to cold damage. Well, Gale, I think you can have that. A little bit of gold. Jade, we will add that to our wares. And that is basically it for this little area. Otherwise, yeah, there's not any little hidden item back there. All right. So now we just need to come back, go talk to Zevlor, and then kick off our celebration for defeating the goblins. And then start our romancing as well. I've got something in mind if the romancing starts well. Involving Terry. And Terry's appearance. Real quick, before I forget that we just gave Gale something that's beneficial, let's have him equip it. There we go. Looking cool.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Yeah, essentially the idea I have is that Terry is, you know, while accustomed to the wilds and the adventuring, is still relatively new to romance, so he thinks in order to impress his interest, he's going to need to maybe look the way that he thinks that they would like him to look. So, if it goes well, Terry's going to start looking a little like Shadowheart. That's the idea. It's going to be fun.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
All right. What you doing there? Gotta.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you?
You okay? He's good. All right, let's go there right away.
Excellent. Lead the way.
Okay, now we're back. Hold on a second. Starting to wander off. I need to make sure he doesn't wander too far. Okay, so corralled the dog back onto his little bed over here that can't be seen on camera. But here we are. Camp. Astarion needs to speak with us, so let's talk to Astarion real quick.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here...
I forgot we started wearing...
This is awful.
Really? Saving lives is awful?
We killed some goblins to save some tieflings. The tally of lives didn't change much. But what do I get for all my hard work? A pat on the head and vinegar for wine. Pfft.
Well, when's all you want? I'm having fun.
By all means, go and enjoy yourself. I'll be here, waiting for the sunrise.
Okay. Let's come chat with Shadowheart. I forgot that we changed into,
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
I was trying to remember her name. The one of the goblin leaders we killed. We took all her stuff and I equipped her clothing. It'll come to me later. Let's see. Never thought you'd find yourself caring for refugees.
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
Not so odd. Did the right thing.
That's more easily said by some than others. But nobody's here to debate right from wrong. Share a bottle with me?
Glad to.
We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off.
All right. I'll find you after everyone's turned in for the night.
Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
Okay. So that starts the romantic options. Otherwise, doesn't look like anyone else currently needs to talk to us, but let's just wander around. Namely, I want to come do the little chat with Roland.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you, and behold!
Is that it?
I'll have you know, he can also make them blue.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
I just like that little interaction of, look what I can do.
Try not to.
And then Will is over here by himself, kind of sulking.
I was 8, and you magic.
Scratches around. We pet Scratch, of course. Look at the dog. Anyway, other than that, everyone says go enjoy yourself, or, well, I was gonna offer myself to you, but you've promised yourself to someone else for the night, is essentially what happens. Like, go talk to lae'zel or Gale as well. So, we're just gonna go to bed.
The buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone. There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
Let's seek out Shadowheart.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
You made it. Come here. Sit with me.
Well, what'd you have in mind, besides the bottle, that is?
Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
Well, to survival.
Very practical. We could have toasted to that every night so far. Here's to many more. Survival. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you.
Well, let's see, our persuasion, not the best, but we do have favorable beginnings as well, so it offsets it. We get a +1. We'll imagine a tale of our life back in Baldur's Gate, since we don't know our past, for her sake.
Seems like you truly know the city. I never got to explore it to my liking. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting.
Okay, well, your turn, I insist. Actually, no. We'll save that roll. Not sure what else I could say.
Sounds like you just need a little more liquid inspiration. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us.
A little bit of a liquid encouragement.
Nearly light. The others will be awake soon.
We will look into her eyes. Or actually, I would be this way. You're beautiful.
I know. But
I
you're
know.
sweet to notice. Thank you for last night.
Well, hope there will be more to come.
Me too.
Ah, we failed. We don't get to do the smoochy smooches. Well, we should do this again sometime.
Oh. Yes. I suppose we'll have to. We should head back.
Unfortunately, she's not a fan because she was trying to give hints, and we missed them, being oblivious. But we can still
I trust you
get there.
enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
I suppose it was too much to hope we were going to be cured here and now. To Moonrise, then.
Okay, well, what's so dangerous about it? Also, Minthara. That's who we killed. I told you I'd remember.
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Okay, well, we don't really have much of a choice, so we need to find a way through.
You're half right. You have to get to Moonrise, but you still have a choice of how to get there. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Well, I did find the hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. The way is clear.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin.
Yep.
I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
All right, well, let's go then.
May Sylvanas guide us.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
Okay. And you'll notice he mentioned Dark Justiciars as well. Like I said, they'll be coming up. And they'll be coming up again quite a bit later on. All right, so next thing, though, I want to do is now that we've started slowly romancing Shadowheart, I want to change our appearance to suit what Terry would think Shadowheart's actually looking for. Not realizing that it's just Terry. That she may be interested in. I don't want to say is, but, you know, may. Well, like I said, we'll get there eventually. All right, so I'm going to do some appearance changes. I still want us to be a little on the ridiculous looking side, but we're going to get a bit more Shadowheart looking. So bear with me. Through the magic of editing. We'll be back in a second. Okay. Here we are. So, Terry went and got himself a bit of a makeover, if you will. He thinks Shadowheart is a bit on the darker side, so he went with what he thinks darker looks like. And then when he wanted to get his hair done at the barbershop, he poorly described Shadowheart's hair, and in his best efforts to try to match her, he failed. But he's got to live with it to impress his lady. So there we go. That's what happened by entering the mirror. Anyway. All right, so now we want to get to... Let's see, do we want to do Underdark or the Swamp? Actually, yeah, I'll save the Swamp for later. So we're going to do some Underdark stuff. But I do want to do a slight backtrack.
Such a name implies yours is a difficult heart to find.
It's not that hard to find. Perhaps any difficulty is more telling of you, Gale.
All right, so before we do that, we're actually going to backtrack slightly. And there's the connecting room that I mentioned previously. We're going to go in there and take out a baddie and get a little bit of loot from there. We just got to wander back a little bit. If I go through the actual goblin camp, we'll be attacked by all of the goblins. So we're just going to avoid that, just to kind of keep things going a little bit. Yeah, just right back here. And here is said connecting room. Here is said baddie. Now we could sneak attack, but I'm just gonna let the dialogue.
You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
Try to convince them you belong here. Just quick little look around won't hurt anyone. You wouldn't know I was here or there. We're not gonna add any bonuses. I know this will fail. If it passes, I'm gonna be shocked. That's a nat 20.
You've been granted free passage. What you do with that privilege is up to you.
Was not expecting that at all. Clearly. All right. Well, there's stuff we can take, but I think we'll sneak attack and go that way. But let's come over here so we can utilize the environment a bit to our advantage. We'll go here, and we're just gonna do regular attack.
Pigs
That missed.
fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Okay, well, we got our Dread Ambusher. We'll just do... Actually, I was going to get Shadowheart to hopefully give us some Bless to get a bit of an advantage, but that's okay. All right, let's get some Hunter's Mark going. Just our Dread Ambusher. Got missed. Excellent. Let's look at heading... So I'd like to get up here to get a bit more advantage, but that's okay. Oh, did not mean to do that. Let's do this. Let's look at repositioning ourselves.
Swords meet sorcery.
All right, Gale. What are we gonna do here? We do have some fights coming up. I could do the other rest, because that rest that we just got was free, so it didn't really use any resources. So we could do that. Yeah, let's just use what we've got. And then let's get him to back up a touch.
I am death.
Alright. Let's increase that bar just a bit and throw our returning pike.
Taking position.
And we'll burn our action. Our bonus action. To do, or not a bonus action, but our action surge. To do a bit of a throw. Alright. Holmes going. Jeez, crit right away. Okay, well then in that case, let's do... We'll bonus heal for lae'zel, and then bless lae'zel, Gale, and Terry. Alright. Now. There we go, that's better. Alright, Gale, let's end this. There we go. Not the smoothest, but we got it. Alright, so over here we got a scroll, some poison.
Don't mind if I do.
Exactly. We'll just pick those up. We've noticed a pouch. A bit of stuff to sell. Otherwise, over here you can get down into the spider pit. That's back in the main area.
What's inside?
And I believe you can even tell the spiders to attack. Let's send that to camp. But we're going to leave that alone. The spider part, that is. Misty Step, that is going to go to Gale. You could definitely use some Misty Step and get rid of the guidance. I will take the guidance instead of Speak with the Dead. Because, you know, that's just an occasional thing that we can use. Now, Shadowheart, actually, that should give her the +1 bonus to saving throws because she's branded. Yes, right? Just making sure that we did that.
Mother, they will die for you.
Alright. Recipe for arcane cultivation. There's a padlock key. That's for that door. It's over there. Just in case I decide later to do it. We'll grab that. Alright. Otherwise, now, let's go ahead and get back to the Underdark.
Such an elaborate plat, Shadowheart. The craftsmanship is impressive.
Now that you mention it, I can't remember who taught me. Another memory lost, perhaps.
Still, if you let me watch your technique, I might learn it from you.
Yeah, let's come on up here.
Maybe, if you keep a respectable distance.
Oh.
Come on then, don't leave me in suspense. How are you feeling? No errant tentacles? No sudden cravings for a more cerebral diet?
Nope. We'll just back out of that.
I was rather more curious to know what benefits the tadpole might have bestowed. No doubt the benefits of your change in diet will become apparent soon enough. Was there another matter you wish to discuss?
Soon enough. Alright. We'll leave for now. I wanted to check this barrel. It's just some water. Alright, let's lockpick.
Trouble now.
No bonus needed. What did I say? After that roll being a nat 20, I mean, come on. Did you ever doubt it? Okay, let's pick this up and send it to camp. And there is a chest over here, but there's also this. Good, someone caught it. Alright, let's lockpick. Boom. Alright, Helmet of Smiting. Basically, if someone is more or less like a paladin kind of character, this can be handy, but for now, that's just going to go to camp.
Lae'zel. It's dark around here. It would be a terrible shame to lose you forever.
Yes, do keep your wits, Shadowheart.
Send that to camp.
We may never know who's to blame.
The banters. Alright, let's see. Shadowheart can get that. Vaulting to triple jump distance. I mean, lae'zel already can jump very far, but just in case we need to jump really far for any reason. That particular chest is trapped, so let's disarm it. Boom. See? What are we doing? Now let's lockpick it. Boom. What are we doing? Alright. Luminous armor. So, when the wearer deals radiant damage, they cause a radiant shockwave, which is good for Shadowheart. I'll take this, because she currently can deal some radiant damage. So we'll do that. We'll do this. Let's come here. Shadowheart. Get the new armor. See? There we go. We'll go ahead and take the hat as well. And we'll add that to the wares. Okay. Now, other than that, I'm trying to think. There may or may not be a little something over here. Let's just come check.
This way.
Oh, Shadowheart's leading us.
Pull yourself together.
Could have just gone through the open door, just saying, but it's okay. Yeah, it's just this crate, which may not have much of anything.
Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones.
Now, over here, we got a little In Search of the Night Song. Let's see. Field, half-orc named Grayley, who insisted he'd come close to find, or as possible to find the relic. So just a little information about the Night Song. You can go out this little window and down on this ledge and then deal with all of this fun stuff. I won't spoil it if you don't know what it is. So feel free to explore on your own. That's all I'll say. Anyway, we need to shoot the moon, or shatter the moon in this case. And let's get ourselves a lever opening. How are we doing level wise? We still got a little ways to go before we hit 5. Okay. Now, start making our way through the Underdark properly.
More for me.
I also need to get our hireling for potions and poisons and alchemy and stuff like that. I forgot. Let's see. lae'zel, you can take that. Journal, Staff the Mood Maiden. This is just going to be wares. We're not really going to use it at all. Otherwise, there's going to be some various ingredients we've got. Crystal, some bone cap, little body over here as well. Bit of this. Heard the rumblings.
No traps, please.
There's some rumblings to be on the lookout for in this place. All right, take that, add that to our wares. Another barrel to pick up, and then we'll send it to camp as well for any barrelmancy that we do later on.
There's something in the air. I can feel it with every breath.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Okay. I thought that guy would be down here a little further, but that's okay. All right. Let's reapply to our Dread Ambusher. And our normal shot. Ooh, and a crit. And I'm just going to back it up, because we might be able to get some range on that. Let's see. We'll just throw some magic missile. Just level 1. And we'll get some distance as well. Using that turn to do a dash. Good. Oh, and a leap. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, lae'zel, let's get that throw going. And then we'll just need to be ready for when he finally makes it over here, so let's position accordingly. And we'll get a bit of bless. Yeah, we can do this. Bless, and a bless, and a bless. And, why not? Get the spiritual weapon out. Alright. Terry.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I don't know if we'll be able to... Yeah, we won't be able to. So... let's just come back this way. Stay there, Gale. Dash coming through. And the leap. Only got Shadow Heart, which is fine. Okay. I think we can move without taking an attack of opportunity, which is nice.
Taking position.
Alright, Shadowheart, what you gonna do here? Guiding Bolt, which will do some radiant damage. Oh, for a second I thought we dropped him, but I was hovering over the other one. Alright, let's get you also to back up a touch. Spiritual Weapon, get in there. Alright, Terry. Do your thing, buddy. Actually, hold on a second.
Don't want to draw any attention.
Do our hide. And a sneak attack. And we'll try to
step forward.
Get out of there. We'll just do a regular fireball. Miss.
swiftly now.
Just keep moving back. Missed on lae'zel and the attack of opportunity. Nice. All right.
No time to waste.
Whoosh. Oof. Double crit.
That voice. What was that?
They're coming. They're coming.
Let's see. Tell me I'm not imagining that voice.
Careful. If we can hear it, perhaps it can hear us.
They are coming. You are coming.
Okay.
I've got a long road ahead.
Let's search. Emulate unworthy vulnerability. Excuse me. Little hiccup. Let's add that to our wares. Bit of this. Add that to our wares. A little bit of gold. I also forgot to cast like our little buffs and stuffs, but we'll do that after our next rest. Like our next, real rest that's coming up. All right.
Have I been this way before?
Just make our way up here. Another thing for Shadowheart is coming up.
Gods, what's happening?
Swarming toadstools. Get the crystal before we come over here to the fella. Alright, Shadowheart is going to be the easier one for this. And it's going to be her weapon anyway.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil.
Okay, so a little religion check. This feels holy. Consider what the appropriate ritual might be. And we'll give a little boost, a little bit of guidance. Ooh. Shadowheart, why do you roll so bad? Let's roll again with some inspiration. Shadowheart, that is terrible. Okay, well.
You can't recall anything this esoteric. There are too many rituals about swords to count.
We can try a strength check. We have no extra bonuses, so we'll just leave. So in that case, lae'zel, you're strong. Okay, so basically the same thing. We'll try to grab the sword with both hands and pull.
Keeping a silent vigil.
And let's get Terry. We'll give you the guidance. There we go.
It feels like you're warring with 10 people for the blade, but with another hard yank, the weapon slips free from the stone.
And there's Fela Alv. So, Shadowheart is now going to get that as her weapon. Really? Equip. I don't know why it didn't show up on our little list of things, but... probably because I clicked the wrong thing. That would make sense, but there we go. So, this weapon, 4 to 11 damage. It's versatile, so that means we can two-hand it or one-hand it. It does have a +1 enchantment. It's performance +1, and it also does melody, which is a action, which essentially has two different options. There's like a hurt the enemy option, help the team option, and it's a big like AoE, so to speak. Even though she's not proficient with martial weapons or long swords, it doesn't matter. We're mainly using it for the boost is the main thing, since she is our support. So there we go.
Mind never quiet.
All right, so now we just need to make our way down, down, down. Actually, we need to make our way over and then up, 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 and then come back and then down, down, down. So let's get our bearings. Yeah, we want to get back over here. Oh yeah, we got knocked over by something, namely a bullet. That's what knocked us over. We'll be seeing it later. Get a little chasm creeper morsel. Toadstools as well. Crystal over here. Some bone caps over there as well. We can come pick these up. Lots of little ingredients for a character we're going to hire who will actually be our alchemist, essentially, to make all of our potions and poisons and stuff like that, which we'll get to maybe soon. We'll see. It's not a necessary thing, it just helps, is really what it is. Alright, a little sec. A little morsel. There's some blue cap here as well, which is... yeah, food. That's right. Let's pick that up. Over here. This is trapped. There's some little plates right here that you can trigger. But you can hop up like this. But I'm going to split the group because they will just try to go up the net and potentially set the whole thing off. Alright, so.
You have my attention.
Now let's just get everyone here. Shadowheart. Boom. And lae'zel. See, she's already got this ridiculous jump range. Like this. She can just... alley-oop. Boom. Okay.
Keep it together.
Let's group everyone back up. Let's clear ourselves a little path. But loot as well. Oh, that one had some stuff.
Moving in.
Alright. Let's come through here. We're going to go to the left first. Get some goodies. All of that is useful for ingredients. All of that we're going to sell. Oh, add to wares.
The Zentarim. Mercenaries and cutthroats. Useful friends, if you can afford them.
Oh, hold on. Okay, we're back. So, we got all of these we'll pick up. Let's see. That's good. That's good. Those? Yes. These can go to camp. A little bit of supplies, and then we got arsonist oil, which will be definitely useful later on. Basically, we coat this fire vulnerability. Targets that are immune to fire damage are unaffected, so if something can't be damaged by fire, but later on, Gale's going to be dealing a lot of fire damage. So this is the kind of thing we're looking for, and that's going to come in handy. Let's see. Let's send that to lae'zel, just in case we want to coat. We'll send that one to lae'zel as well, but we are going to take this. We're going to be a good arsonist oil applier when it comes in.
Something good here.
Really handy.
I hope.
All those can go to camp. Oh, hold on a second. I know some of these chests are trapped. This one isn't it. I think it's back over that way. Boom. Don't even need to. Arrows for us. Good. Good. Oh, come on, Terry. You can make it. Alright, let's get that to camp. Baskets could have some stuff, like food. See, there we go. That'll go to our camp as well. Alright. Spell attack rolls. lae'zel. Let's see. Disadvantage on strength checks. Let's get all of these to lae'zel. Another chest over here. Nope. Lockpick. Just roll it. Boom. Don't even let the roll finish. Nothing that we need. Alright. That's fine. Otherwise, lots of little crates to check for little... Did I not send that one? Lots of little food items. Draco seems unhappy with his bedding situation. He's got his snoot pressed into it and is like, bah, bah. I don't like this. The level of floof is not to my liking. Alright. This chest is trapped, if I remember correctly. Drow poison. I will take those. Okay. Let's see if we get the success. Good. Let's disarm. Boom, interrupt the roll. Like I said, I'm the only one who can roll around here, apparently. Shadowheart. Alright. Boom. Speak with the dead. False life. Gale. Enjoy some more scrolls. And then this elevator can't be utilized for a while. It's a little shortcut to another location we've almost been to. We'll actually look at it later, if I remember. Being the main thing. Lots of goodies for camp. Let's lockpick again. Just get it over with. Yes. Let's see. Shadowheart, why don't you get some stuff to throw? I'll take the smoke powder. Or alchemy. So that. Okay. And final. Stuff for camp. Alright, now we can just make our way back here. We make our way down through here. Some knowledge to be gained, or insight. Not like Bloodborne insight, but, you know, a little insight to learn some stuff here. Alright, let's split the group again. Do our jumps. Oh, that, don't cancel that jump. There we go. Alright, Gale. I would just hop down anyway, so let's just do this.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
And boop. Actually, we can just do that. Now, lae'zel. Show them how jumping is done. Vroom. Vroom.
An efficient path.
Careful. No. I thought that trap was going to be a bit further back.
All is ash and meat.
But that's okay. Let's actually get a save, just in case any other traps happen to catch us for any reason.
One day I'll catch a break.
And in fact, let's get a short rest. Heal up, lae'zel. Alright, over this way. Get some more ingredients.
That's curious.
Little mound o' dirts. Alright, more stuff for Gale. And Shadowheart, why not? That'll be wares and some gold. And then Timisks, excuse me, not Timisks.
Timisks, known to cause confusion. Best not get too close.
So, what we gotta do with them is just We don't have to do it with these, but this is what happens when you get this stuff. There are these spores that are around that can cause confusion. Now you can run in there and potentially gather them, but we can get some later. It's part of a quest, actually. And we're knocked down again by the bullet.
Might be useful.
Now, here we've got a whole kind of opening of them along with torch stock. Torch stocks explode, which will cause a little bit of a chain reaction to the Timisks. So, let's just get that taken care of. And we can get a little bit closer here. Yes, it is. Quite a combination. Yeah, get all... I don't know what I'm doing, and then... Kaboom! Alright, let's get over here. Oh, we can't get the spores. Which is fine. Let's just wait for this to clear up a touch. There we go. Scrolls. Which will obviously get those over to Gale in a little bit. Then we got a dead Wigar. Just the gold. Myconid.
These creatures did battle with Dwergar.
And another Dwergar. I'll take that and add that to our wares, and then we'll be coming back through here a little later. We want to come over here. Where these Myconid are at.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Sorry. Okay. So we'll focus on the parasite and connect with the Sovereign.
The parasite is quiet. You feel no bond with the creature.
Okay. Well, then in that case, we will tell the truth of the parasite. We only seek safe passage and search for our treatment. We'll tell the truth.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody. Cautious, but welcoming.
I can mend neither skin nor spirit, but we still might commune. Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
All right. So we're gonna go speak with the Sovereign here in a little bit. But we mainly... Oh. Gale.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Okay, we've got plenty. So he's currently holding on to some. So for example, Chimera's Locket, which is not going to be useful at all.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mister, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Alright, go on. You're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. And from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Tell me you made love to a goddess? I guess the response.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Okay, well, I applaud your ambition.
Though not, I think, my methods. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Go over that later. Just straight to the sordid, please.
Suffice it to say, I obtained an obscure and ancient book that had locked away inside a much coveted prize. It was a fragment of primal weave locked out of time, locked away from Mystra herself. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
So, how are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I Leave. Put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts.
Well, is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Well, hear what the others have to say first.
You'd even consider letting him stay. We must be rid of this menace.
I'm in two minds. And frankly, don't care a great deal. Either decision is fine by me.
All right, well, we've come this far together, and we'll continue on together. That's how it'll be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Okay. Came in running. Alright, so real quick, so we got our little location for fast travel, but we want to come over here and talk to Baldur.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
Never heard of the Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
Well, before we answer that, we want to do some trading. Let's look at switching from barter to trade. Sell our actual wares. Now, as far as some other stuff that we haven't added to wares, let's see. Gloves of Power, we want to keep that. Broodmother's Revenge. Actually, should have been wearing that already. Whoops. Sorrow. Could. Trying to think. I'm going to send it to camp just in case. We can sell our old clothes. Obviously, we don't sell me. Gale can keep the magical stuff for now. Actually, he doesn't need to, if we're being honest, but, you know. Let's just sell some of this other stuff. lae'zel, you can get rid of that. Okay, so that's good. Now, there is some spider silk armor, which is, if you want to be stealthy, there's always that. But we're not going for a completely stealthy build. We're going for, you know, get the ambush and then get the follow-up attacks. So I think our hide armor +2 will be better for that. Striding, cinder shoes, Sunwalker's gift. Otherwise, there's... This will be helpful for Gale since he does get the lightning charges. It'll gain him some hit points, so it's useful. But it's not actually this. This Melf's First Staff. This gives the spell Acid Arrow, which will be useful for Gale. Plus, it gives us +1 bonus spell save DC and spell attack rolls. So that'll definitely be useful for Gale. So let's buy that. Faith Breaker. Otherwise, I think we're good for now. So we'll get out of this. We will talk about the Mind Flayer infecting us with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Well, we'll explain the whole story.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No cell morphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Okay, well, Myconids wouldn't appreciate us fighting here. I'll listen. Going for a diplomatic approach.
They infest your
sorry, I
head
skipped
and
a line.
invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Okay, let's go.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Petting a dog. Well, can you extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. Moreover, the cranium has undergone severe trauma. It is a miracle the brain functions at all. Extraction would risk much.
Well, that doesn't sound ideal.
It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Well, thanks. We'll tell you about the ship that we're on.
A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Well, thank you for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
Bypass? What kind of alchemy are we talking about?
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timosk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
All right, lovely. So where do I find these mushrooms?
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric.
All right, and where does this Lenore live?
The southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move.
All right, well, I'll come back when I find the mushrooms.
May your travels be safe and swift.
Okay, so now we gotta go track down some different mushrooms to potentially work with our tadpole.
But at such an accelerated
And
rate.
then we also got to talk to the Sovereign, who's over here. There's some other stuff to do, but now that we've made it to the Underdark, this is a good place to stop for now, and then we can start exploring what the Underdark has to offer, and then we're going to make our way back up to the surface for some stuff. Lots of stuff to do, still very much so in Act 1 of the game, and then there's even more stuff underground. Whole bunch of stuff that we're going to get to, but I'm going to get out of here before I do, as always. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. See you guys later.